Maybe we'll start a Mills tradition being in the cage as well.
Yeah.
It's just better light in here. I watched her from the shadow as she extracted her tooth. It came first, the back one, and then the others, each glossy with strands of fluid coursing out, piled on the dressing table in front of her. When the teeth were folded away, she began with her eyebrows, plucking each hair with shiny tweezers, metal clacking with a sharp tug, releasing a small billow of black-gray smoke. Puff, puff, then gone. She worked methodically, and in the end, she began again with her eyelids, peeling them back like sticky paper, one and then the other. Her ears came last, these most violent, slamming them quickly into a drawer, as if the lumps of flesh would betray her, as if she might hear her own scream. I watched my mother undo herself every evening, and in the morning, each hair seemed again in the place where it was. But we both knew it wasn't. He's humped over his table with his bug eyes on, the magnifiers he uses to paint the tiny figurines, a conductor, a passenger, the townsfolk. His back to me is huge, a flannel Mount Olympus. I don't like to come down here to see his swinging eyes bug around to notice me. He posts another tree next to the track he's built around this oasis. Yet how can he be thirsty when the rest of us are drowning? I don't remember how old I was when I began stealing from my brother's piggy bank. I remember the note I found in his weed hiding place when I went to pinch from him once. Stop fucking stealing from me. I remember when he puked in Scott Johnson's ashtray, stolen from some diner, laughing at the tinge of green he turned from too much new booze. I remember teaching him to drive in a parking lot near Dairy Queen, and how I am still pissed that he totaled the Camry while pulling tricks on the ice. I remember telling him how great I thought his final performance was, that of course I was there. I just left at intermission and you didn't see me. I hear his stutter across the phone trying to say no, or mine, or dad. Trying to push what he means out quickly through a mouth that will betray him before he's done. I remember there was a time in college when he nearly lost the stutter, and he tells me that's when he was on meds, antidepressants, and in therapy. I don't remember what he sounds like without it. They've stopped letting the dog outside, my dad tells me as we walk up the steps. They just let it go on the floor, on paper. I picture my uncle's gnarled fingers, excruciating coils of bone hobbling over a pile of dog shit. Ben and I take it out, him, her, freeway. I don't even know. It's been 3 years since I've been here. My brother and I find any excuse to leave what is, in an ordinary house, the dining room. But here is a mound of everything, covered in a silt of neglect. I run a wet paper towel over the dining table. Dog and cat hair streak across the lane of Clen's table. I can't bear to look too long at anything, and I can feel my grandmother's shame and resignation as she tells me I don't have to do that. Yes, I do. I really, really do. I wash my hands twice upstairs. The skylight is cracked over the tub, and I'm not entirely convinced this floor won't simply give way beneath me the way it creaks. There's a basin in the sink since the pipes are broken. On the way back down, I peer into my uncle's bedroom, the door usually closed. A cat is perched on a small teen-sized bed. I go to pet it, and it hisses. Freeway can't make it around the block, and he shits diarrhea on someone's lawn. An old woman yells at us from across the street, asking, accusing if we're going to clean it up. I take a stick and sort of stab the loose pile toward the curb. I didn't think about a bag, or shit, or the dog. I just can't breathe in there.